G'day mates. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video about retiring at 60 with $500,000 in super. That video blew up. Hundreds of thousands of you watched it. But when I sat down at the kitchen table and read through the comments, I saw the same message popping up over and over again. People were saying, Bruce, $500,000 is a dream. I'm 58 years old, I've had a divorce, I've had medical bills, and I only have $100,000 in my super account. Am I going to be working until the day I die?
It is a terrifying thought. The financial industry tells you that $100,000 is nothing. They tell you it's a drop in the ocean and you have no choice but to keep grinding away on the 9-to-5 treadmill. Today, we are going to look at the brutal, honest math. I am going to answer the question, can you actually pull the pin at 60 with only $100,000 to your name? The short answer is yes, but it is not the retirement you see on the television commercials. There are no luxury cruises and there are no brand new European cars.
But there is freedom. If you play the game by a very specific set of rules, you can buy your time back. Today, I'm giving you the exact survival guide for the 100k retirement. If you want to pull the pin at 60, you have to face the exact same mathematical hurdle as everyone else. The Australian age pension does not kick in until you are 67. That means you have a 7-year gap where you get absolutely zero help from the government. You are entirely on your own. If you take your $100,000 and you divide it by 7 years, you are left with exactly $14,285 a year. That works out to be roughly $274 a week. Let that number sink in. $274 a week to pay for electricity, food, water, petrol and clothes. Can you survive on $274 a week in Australia in 2026? If you are paying rent, the answer is an absolute, undeniable no. The average rent for a one-bedroom unit in a major city will eat that entire amount before you even turn the lights on. If you are renting with only $100k in super, you cannot completely stop working at 60. You will end up homeless. That is the brutal truth. But what if you own your home outright? Or what if you live in a cheap regional caravan park with very low site fees? If your housing costs are close to zero, $274 a week will buy your groceries and pay your basic bills. You will be eating a lot of spaghetti and you won't be eating out at restaurants, but you will survive. However, surviving isn't the same as living, so smart Aussies with 100k use a different strategy. If you hit 60 with $100,000, the smartest thing you can do is redefine what the word retirement means. Instead of going from 100% work to 0% work, you shift into a strategy called coasting. You quit the stressful 5-day-a-week corporate job or the back-breaking heavy trade. Instead, you find a low-stress, simple job that you actually don't mind doing. Working at the hardware store, driving a delivery van, or doing a bit of casual landscaping. You do this for just 2 or 3 days a week. If you work 2 days a week on a basic wage, you might bring home around $25,000 to $30,000 a year after tax. Because you are earning $30,000 a year, you do not need to touch your $100,000 super balance at all. You leave it locked away. You leave it invested. By working just a couple of days a week, your life feels like a permanent long weekend. The stress disappears. But mathematically, you are letting that $100,000 compound. If it grows at 6% a year for those 7 years, your $100,000 will grow to $150,000 by the time you reach 67. You protected your nest egg, you kept your brain active, and you bought back 5 days of your week. For a lot of Aussies, that is the ultimate victory. Now, let's fast forward. You survived the 7-year bridge. You turn 67. Suddenly, the physics of your financial life completely change. The government steps in. If you're a single homeowner and you manage to protect your $100,000 super balance, you are well under the assets test limit. You will qualify for the full age pension. In 2026, the full single pension is roughly $28,000 a year.
Now, you have $28,000 coming in guaranteed from the government. Plus, you have your $100,000 in super. If you draw a conservative 5% from your super, that is another $5,000 a year, tax-free. Your income jumps to $33,000 a year. And remember, you also get the pensioner concession card. Your car rego is cheaper, your medications are cheaper, your council rates are discounted. If you do not have a mortgage, $33,000 a year is a very comfortable, dignified life. You have essentially won the game. The only hard part was surviving the gap from 60 to 67 without blowing your capital.
I read a lot of comments on the channel from blokes saying they are fed up with the cost of living in Australia and they're taking their super and moving overseas. If you only have $100,000, this is a very real strategy called geo-arbitrage. It means taking money earned in a strong currency, Australia, and spending it in a country where the cost of living is incredibly low, places like Thailand, Vietnam or Bali.
If you pull that $100,000 out of super at age 60, $14,000 a year in Australia means poverty. But $14,000 a year in rural Thailand, that pays for a nice apartment, fresh food every day and eating out at local spots. You can use that $100K to live a highly comfortable life overseas for 7 years. Then, when you turn 67, you apply for the Australian age pension. Yes, there are strict portability rules about living overseas on the pension, but many expats navigate this by spending half the year in Australia and half in Asia, keeping their benefits while drastically lowering their living costs. It is an extreme move, but if you're tired of the rat race, your $100K goes 5 times further once you cross the ocean. I want to take a quick second to say thank you. Reading the comments on these videos over the last few weeks has been incredible. Seeing you all help each other, sharing your stories about downsizing, managing SMSFs and dealing with Centrelink, it proves we've got a real community here. I'm back to uploading videos every single day because there is so much ground to cover and so many traps to expose. So, I need to know from you, if you were sitting at this table with me right now, what is the number one financial rule or fear you want me to break down next? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one and I reply to as many as humanly possible. Let's keep looking out for each other. The suits in the big banks want you to look at your $100,000 balance and feel ashamed. They want you to think it's not enough, so you keep your head down and keep working until you drop. But now you know the truth. $100,000 is not a fortune, but it is a tool. It is a shield. If you own your home, or if you're willing to work just 2 days a week, that $100,000 is enough to bridge the gap and buy back your freedom. Don't let anyone tell you it's too late. Protect your capital, understand the Centrelink rules, and take your life back on your own terms.
If this video gave you a bit of hope today, hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe because tomorrow we're doing another deep dive into the system. I'm the Retired Aussie. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.